Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Teigan. Today is day 5 of my short story advent calendar, and today's story was Fast Hands, Fast Feet by Maurice Carlos Ruffin. Now, Maurice has also wrote We Cast a Shadow, which was published by One World, which is a Penguin Random House publishing. The novel's finalist for PEN Faulkner Awards, and he's also had just lots of other awards. His work has also appeared in Oxford American, Garden and Gun, and the Kenyon Review. New Orleans Layton, Ruffin is a professor of creative writing at Louisiana State University and the 2020-21 John and Renee Grisham Writer-in-Residence at Ole Miss. This work was originally appeared in The Pinch. And it's quite a nice little story. One of the first stories I think I could say I enjoyed reading. And it's just about these two different people who come together in they both had a bit of, rotten luck in life, both homeless and have nowhere to go during the winter season, and they sort of just come together and end up giving each other a bit of company for a time. And it's quite a nice story, although it's also a bit odd, as the two different people that the story, you kind of got this older veteran who's named Sergeant, and then you have the younger gentleman who is the kind of point of view, or at least he comes across as younger, the way that the sergeant interacts with him and the way that he talks. The book has also got a very strong voice, like you read it as an accent. So from New Orleans, as Maurice was from New Orleans, I kind of picture the accent written it as like a New Orleans. Then again, I've never been to New Orleans, so it's hard to say. But the story's, quite nice. The younger one of the two, he is avoiding the police. At the beginning of the book, he is stealing from cars that are unlocked. And that's when he kind of runs into the sergeant, who, unbeknownst to the younger one, is actually also just sleeping in a car and has nowhere to go. But he actually takes a picture of the sergeants that is very important to the sergeant, but the younger man runs off before the sergeant can have a conversation with him. But, he tracks him down, and when they kind of rekindle, he says that the picture that was taken from Sergeant was actually a picture of his daughter, who has unfortunately passed away. So it was very important to him. So he finds him, and they end up sort of having... I don't know quite what happens. Basically, the police are arriving, and the sergeant gets arrested. The younger man starts running away, but then he goes back to break Sergeant out of the police car, and then they go to this little house where they have some tea cakes, and then the younger one goes to steal all the possessions of Sergeant, but then changes his mind. Sergeant offers him to come with him to Texas because he's looking for work. And yeah, it's kind of just them, the final book is I'm ready to fly, but where am I going? It's rather interesting, the mindset of the younger, because the sergeant had shown this young man nothing but kindness, and yet he still was very much looking out for himself. So it was definitely I'm glad I read it kind of read. I wouldn't say I loved it, but it's definitely not like some of the others where I'm just like, okay, now what? But I think just the short story medium in itself, I'm not sure I'm a fan of. I definitely prefer having the thicker, bigger stories, and I definitely still have 100% preference for fantasy. So if there could be a fantasy short story in one of these other 20 books, that would be great. But we'll see how it goes. And that's pretty much all I have to say for this book. I hope you guys are having a good day. Oh, a bit of personal news. I passed my driving test. So, yay, I can now drive. And yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe, staying awesome, and I'll talk to you in my next video, which will be tomorrow. Bye, guys.